Morning. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. Rise and shine, my friends. Good morning. Good morning. You've made it to the weekend. I'm West 2 First Warning Meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together, even if I have crummy cell phone reception in Huntsville, Alabama. We get together 7 days a week to chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Rise and shine. Here it's cloudy. It is cold. It's 46 outside. Super ready to get back to Central Florida where the weather is a little bit better. Let's take a live look outside. I mean, it's not, that much brighter per se. You've got some clouds over there. This is our weather stem camera over in Port Canaveral. Definitely some clouds. Let me head over to Osceola County, see what's doing there. And same kind of idea, cloudy. Although, okay, let's just take a minute, right? Like a couple of birds. There's somebody out on the lake. Tell me that that's not like a great way to start the day. Man, I love that. All right. So that's kind of where we're at in Central Florida. Peeking on our tower cam network, there's Daytona Beach, plenty of clouds over top of us. First warning, live Doppler radar, relatively quiet, but you can see there are some showers showing up around town. It's not completely a mess, but we've got some showers around. Let's take a look at the temperatures around town. Upper 60s in the metro area. We're in the mid 60s right now. Mid 60s back over to our northern spots. Ocala, for example, back over to Leesburg, mid 60s. It's 66 degrees in Palm Coast, so not a bad forecast. We look to the 12-hour forecast, and it's kind of funny. My computer absolutely seems to be running in slow motion. That reveals about a half the speed or even a third the speed. But the content is what's king right here. 75, 11 o'clock. We'll climb to about 81 degrees by 3 p.m. And that'll be our high for the day. We'll run into more and more showers the later we get into the day. More and more and more showers. Yeah, it's not going to be a sunny day. It's not going to be a dry day. So for a lot of people that were trying to plan things out, it's going to be tonight that brings us the activity, the showers, and potentially even a thunder shower. So keep that in mind. Now, that said, let's dial this in and just kind of get an idea on Futurecast, kind of where we're at, right? Do that. All right. So here's Futurecast, and let's time out today's rainfall. Okay, so first off, you are looking pretty okay here this morning. We've got the clouds, but it's a pretty dry forecast, right? Notice through time, 11, 12 o'clock, still the clouds, but starting to see a sprinkle or so trying to show up. There's 2 o'clock, more and more of these little popcorn showers, and then into the afternoon, we're seeing some colors. Is it going to be a washout? Absolutely not. That's the good news. It's not going to be a washout, though there will be some of those showers kind of embedded in the forecast for us today, okay? All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at for today. Pat over on YouTube, good morning to you. Marie, good morning. Taylor, how are you? We have an event tomorrow morning from 10 to 2, hoping rain stays away from it. We'll continue Futurecast. Don't you worry, I've got you covered. All right. So let's continue Futurecast beyond 7 o'clock, right? Here we go. 8, 9 o'clock, still with a few showers. Little bit of rain coming in overnight, right? That's where we get into the concern. 6:37 a.m., widespread showers. Could even be talking about a few thunder showers in the morning. Heavy downpours around through 8, 9 o'clock. But notice through the day, while we do keep some rain around, the bigger swath of it will have moved on out. And it's not an optimal forecast, but at least it gives us some of that hope. It's this little piece of energy that's cruising through the northern part of the peninsula through the day today. For tomorrow, it's hanging out enough to help to generate some of that rainfall. But watch what happens afterward. It starts to sneak away, and as is now, wish it snuck away. It keeps us with some moisture, develops an area of low pressure that goes up into the Carolinas, and we keep in a fairly moistish setup. So it's not going to be a perfect setup. We're going to have the opportunity for rains here the next couple of days' time, right? So watch here. The rain chances for Central Florida, okay? For today, we're sitting at a 50% coverage. For tomorrow, sitting at a 50% coverage. And while the rain chances go down a little bit Monday into Tuesday, they don't completely go away. We're going to keep the showers with us for sure over the next couple of days' time. Squire says, I'd rather have the rain than the cold. Sure, yes, confirmed. Yes, indeed. Cindy, looks like some good sleeping weather tonight. Uh-huh. Yeah, that dog will hunt, right? Yeah. Holy cow, I get married, Mickey says, in 7 days. It's the final countdown. Love it. Love it. Good for you. Good for you. So exciting. It's an exciting, exciting time. And there will be some showers these next couple of days, but it's not going to be a washout of a weekend. I think that's the takeaway I hope that you've got, right? Lots of events in Central Florida for sure. For example, we've got Monster Jam. Oh, I can hear Jim Payne's voice saying it, Monster Jam, right? The concern is, of course, while we'll be good leading up to the event, getting into the evening, we will run into showers and the potential for even some thunderstorms to be with us. So, does that mean bring an umbrella? I'd say probably not. You're not really able to bring an umbrella into Camping World Stadium, right? But it also does mean ponchos are not a bad idea. I would say that's probably my best bet for you. Bring the ponchos. Of course, Bike Week continuing over Daytona Beach. Got fired up yesterday. For today, looking at clouds, looking at showers, maybe even a thunder shower. This is not a good forecast, unfortunately, for Crew 8. 40% chance of good weather. That ascent corridor isn't looking great either. I mean, selfishly, I'd be fine if they held this one off until I got back because then I could actually go and see the thing myself. But that's just completely selfish of me. Right. But there you go. Clouds, showers, could even have a few thunder showers. 11:16 this evening. We looked at Futurecast. It had some moisture around. So there you go. Mark's asking, so are we good for the UCF baseball game tonight? Mark, I would say that there's going to be some showers kind of around through game time. So there you go. There you go. Taylor says, I don't want to talk about Bike Week. Oh boy. Jessica says, my 4-year-old can't wait for Monster Jam. Yeah, I need to get my kids to go out and play a little Monster Jam one of these days. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, if you're heading out to the theme parks, and this should go without explanation, but it's going to be a comfortable morning. It'll get a little warmer in the afternoon, but yeah, with scattered rain around, if you're going later, just understand. Yeah. Just understand if you're going later, you're going to run into some of those rain showers. Yep. Can you imagine the crew being ready and then having to wait? I mean, that's just the way that it is. That's the name of the game. Lauren, is it going to be moist? It's going to be moist. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is going to be moist. So how much rain are we talking about, right? Let's take a look at the Futurecast. Why do people always change this? This drives me crazy. Hold on. I will never understand why somebody breaks my graphic all the time. Hold on. I don't understand who does that. I'm going to have to find one of these meteorologists and give them the old pow pow. All right. So let's just look and run this model through the weekend to get an idea. Okay. Yeah. Through Sunday evening, they're both showing at least a decent opportunity for some rainfall, right? Both of the models showing that widespread half-inch to an inch of rain through the weekend, with the European model kind of trying to give more of a 1 to 2 in spots. So I would also point out the majority of the rainfall from both of these models is coming in tomorrow, like late tonight into tomorrow morning. So we'll have some showers today, we'll have some showers tomorrow, but tomorrow morning is when I think we're going to have that real heavy pocket of rain kind of moving on through. All right. Sound good? I'm late, but I missed my opportunity for judging you. I'm not drinking hotel coffee. I'm drinking my protein shake that I bought at Huntsville, Alabama Publix. Way, way expensive here. I don't know why. And then I will be getting good coffee on my way out the door to head back to the conference. Yeah. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. Can we see the 7-day? I missed it. Oh, no, I haven't shown it yet, but I'll show it for you. You want it? You got it, Toyota. 7-day forecast showing that we've got the opportunity for rain these next couple of days. All right. This weekend being the higher coverage coming down a little bit for Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday could see decent opportunity for some thunderstorms around. And then Thursday, Friday, we'll kind of start to look ahead to drier days. I've got Juliet Delta, the airplane, for Wednesday and Thursday because I didn't know which direction the wind was going to go, the weather was going to go. So probably going to end up flying, looks like on Thursday for me. There you go. Saw your promo again on the 10 o'clock news last night. Very cool. Very cool. I don't want a Toyota. I want another Jeep Grand Cherokee. Amy Huntsville, did you go to the Space Center? No. So the next time I come here, I'll have to make it over there. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't make it. I saw the Saturn V standing up, but yeah, no, it's only the weather conference. It's only the weather conference for me, and I'm sneaking. Literally, we're doing the weather conference, and then it's like, okay, now break for dinner. I'm not going to dinner tonight. I'm just running to the airport. So there you go. Kristen says I have a wedding outside tonight in St. Cloud. I'm hoping the rain holds off for her. Yeah, the one thing is there's going to be some rain. And what's interesting is like if we look, so I showed you our Futurecast a little bit ago. I'll pull it back up so that we can compare because I want to compare the Futurecast to what's called the HER model or the high resolution rapid refresh model. Okay. So here's like you can see this afternoon into this evening, popcorn showers, maybe a thunder shower, but Futurecast is not going like ballistic, right? Right. Okay. So let me give me a few seconds here. Let me dial up it's called the HER model. It's a cute name, right? HER stands for high resolution rapid refresh, okay? Let me pull up the HER model here and we'll look at the difference. Basically, our Futurecast model and all right. So our Futurecast model and the HER model are the two that run often and convective allowing, that sort of thing. All right. So here's the HER model, and let's just roll through time. So it's got some showers this morning, which there are a few. Into this afternoon, though, notice the HER is really like 7, 8 o'clock, trying to go a little more with those storms, right? It's a little more intense than our Futurecast model would be. And then watch that influx of moisture, which all models are kind of indicating overnight tonight. And then most of that moisture moving out tomorrow by noon. And then, yeah, so the HER is a little more active. HER is a little more active, especially this afternoon with intensity versus our Futurecast model. So, can't tell you which one's right and which one's wrong. But at least, giving you the information, giving you a look at the data we're seeing, and then from there you can figure out kind of what we're doing. Right? You can figure out, you can make your own assertions. That's my goal as a meteorologist, is to try and guide you through it, right? So to let you know, I think we're going to have the opportunity for some showers, maybe a thunder shower this afternoon. I mean, if we get to 80 degrees, it'll certainly be in the realm. But we'll just have to see how active it gets, right? The expectation is not there of anything too strong. Important point to note. If it impacts you, you won't love it, but we're not expecting things to get too strong. Remember, rain is good luck on a wedding day, or so they say, Gina. Yeah. I mean, I got married in March because I knew that March was a drier month. Doesn't always run that way, but that's why I did it. Great. I have a song stuck in my head. The way you do it, right? Her, right? Her. Yeah, I like it. How location accurate should we consider the her? None. You should never consider a model that accurate, Chris. Look at it as zones, quadrants, that sort of thing. You should never look at any model as being that accurate. How's the Barron conference going? Anything cool coming soon to West? Right now, I think the biggest thing that I've picked up from it is there's some data products that they've added, and they're going to be adding, and that's good. I've kind of been helping them develop some of the other things. At the moment, nothing ridiculously new is coming, Mickey, but there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that's coming up. And there are some good ideas that I'm kind of picking up on. So yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. And heading into this summer, there's going to be some good little projects for me. Yeah. Frank says I got married in March. What's funny is all myself and all my brothers, my brother Jason, my brother Frank, and myself, we all got married in the month of March, which is just so funny. You know? Cindy says models aren't accurate. They're just there to look pretty. This can apply to both weather models and fashion models. I think I started in TV when models being aired on TV was kind of becoming a thing. And I think that it's interesting 20 something years later that people are still like, but it shows it near my house and not my house. And it's like, you cannot look at it like that. You have to gauge it as a broad idea. It's starting east, moving west. There's a high coverage, there's a low coverage. That's what you should take from a model. That's it, right? Overall coverage. Those are the kinds of things you should take from a model. Not the like, oh, it looks like it's going to hit my house in Lakeland, but it's going to miss Disney, so I'm going to go to Disney. That you should not look at all, right? Yeah. And it's kind of like the long range forecast that we put out. You should look at it as a broad stroke, an overall idea, and understand that's what it is, and it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. That's what you should understand. All right. All right. It is the second day of March. Let's make sure we understand what the month of March in Central Florida typically looks like. Average temperature now sitting at 77. The average temperature by the end of the month goes to 81 degrees. We've made it into the upper 90s during the month of March. The crazy weather of Central Florida really is allowed to happen this time of year, and we just go on from here. Yukon says, no, the guy on 9 thinks his model shows my house. Hey, I can only speak to my forecasting. I can't go any beyond that. Look, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know your capabilities, that sort of thing. So this month we really do start to warm things up. Yes, and Terry points out, you've got the time change. That'll be fun. Not. Yeah. The time change. Let's talk about it. March 10th, next weekend. That's right. New sunrise will be at 7:40 a.m. New sunset at 7:31 p.m. Holy cannoli. That's not going to be fun. Yeah. All of us parents are going to be like, come on. Can we be done with this already? Yeah. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Thank you very much, Jeannie. I appreciate it. Oh, man. The time change again. At least Doc Brown went places when he changed time. Kind of. He just hung around Hill Valley. Like, what other places did he go to? Look at the silver lining. Almost 12 full hours of daylight. Love that. Yeah, at least spring break starts afterward. That's a good point. Makes it hard to get to work going at 7 a.m. outside. I know. I leave my house at 7 a.m. unless the kids delay me. But yeah, I leave the house at 7 a.m. during the week and to get them dropped off, and it's like that. That's not good for my work. Oh, I thought, Bob, I thought you read that's not going to work because that's also the way I feel. But yeah, that's also not good for my work. Yeah. Any thoughts on the first weekend in April? Yeah, haven't really gone looking too deep out there. We can do a little long range dive. Actually, I don't have the BSR on this, do I? All right, we can't do a long range dive. Sorry. I'm running Coffee Talk out of Orlando, which is why the graphics look good. The lower third looks good. I, in Huntsville, do not look good. So I have to put the BSR on this system, and I have not yet done that yet. So no, we can't go that deep, that deep into the future. Yeah, when do dew points start to come up? I mean, April, May is really when we skyrocket talking about temperatures. Okay, so March we know the average temperature here. Let's just dial it, right? So like March average temperature at the end of the month is 81. Look at April. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Here's April. Now it says 80 because we haven't changed it yet to the new average, but understand it's 81. Average by the end of the month is 85 in the month of April. Then look at May, right? Like y'all, we're just about there. Here's the month of May. By May, the average high temperature is 90 degrees at the end of the month. So, we're March is like the precipice of all of these changes taking place. We're knocking on the door there of summer. So we just have to enjoy little opportunities of cool when we have. And I bet you have good coffee while doing your drop off, not hotel coffee. Oh yeah, no, I make my own. I make my pilon. It's delicious. Yeah, for sure. Brian's asking when's the coffee talk drive through. We've been trying and it's just not kind of worked out this winter. I'm still trying to get Claire. We've had a couple of people, and it's not like a season. I'm not running like a season, but we had Marquise Mita. Yeah, we'll. It just kind of hasn't worked out. I'll still work on it before we get into hurricane season and busy weather season. Yeah. Bob says we should really enjoy this month. Listen, spring break is typically a really good weather month. We need to enjoy March because yeah, come April, we get warm awful quick, right? We do. Yeah. Dylan's asking about Crew 8 tonight. Forecast is not looking great. So yeah, I'm all about that because that would perhaps allow me to get back and be able to watch the thing in person, which, the nerd in me is always about it. Yeah. Mickey, I'm looking forward to seeing yeah, well, he I need to grab because he should be fairly easy to get. Claire Metz is retired and she's moving all around the country seeing mom. So yeah, we need to get Mike to do our thing. Joel, hey, it's your friendly Disney bus driver. What does the forecast look like for this afternoon and evening around Disney? I would say the later it gets, the more opportunity we're going to have for some rainfall, bud. Not widespread rain, but we're going to have showers in there. So keep in mind. And then, early tomorrow morning is going to be widespread rain. Yeah. And he says March is good for changing weather, but spring break and bikers. Yeah, it's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody. Yukon says stuffy nose, watery eyes, itchiness. This is allergy time. It's horrible. Never believed it could be like this. I agree. I'm struggling. I'm still like low key having it here in Alabama, but like I'm going back to Florida tonight, and I know that it's going to come at me. It's going to come at me like a wrecking ball. You know, I know that's the case. So it's just it's the reality of our life. This time of year, it's the cross we have to bear, right? Ah. That's a pain in the neck. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. No more 70s in the forecast. It's up to the 80s. It's happening. We're getting there, which means for me, it's almost time to turn the old pool heater on. Right? Mickey says over on YouTube, Wednesday's starting to show up on the SIPs. Yeah, there's the opportunity for some stronger storms. Well, it's too early to know, but yeah, we'll have to be watching Wednesday for sure. Um, we'll have to be watching Wednesday for sure. Yeah. I'm almost afraid to be happy. I need one day of no rain, and then they took the rain out for that day. Might go on a road trip on Thursday. Yeah, yeah. Listen, it's Florida weather. It's Florida weather for God's sake. Oh, good Uhura reference, Yukon. This isn't reality. It is fantasy. You wanted a little adventure? Now get in the closet. Go on, get in the closet. See, you had to go and quote it. Thank you, Yukon. If anybody else gets that reference, we can become friends. Ah, man. Good times. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Anything? Wednesday UCF men's basketball finale, 7 p.m. Will storms be around then? Yeah. Probably in the afternoon and evening for sure. You got the Star Trek 3 reference. Oh yeah, you cannot throw a Star Trek reference at me from the movies, the original movies, and it get by me. I watched those so much we had to buy multiple copies because I burnt up the VHS tapes. Yep. Cindy, Florida's going to Florida. Yeah, I need to go start selling that. When I leave Wesh one day and I need to make money to feed the family, I'm going to just sell t-shirts. Oh man. Photon torpedo. Betsy, good morning to you. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Let me read to you Betsy's post. Morning, y'all. Appreciate your kindness and commitment to not only sharing your knowledge, but explaining things in such a way this old grandma can feel at ease. Thank you so much. Appreciate you and your knowledge. Thank you very much, Betsy. Trust me when I say that warms my heart. It's adorable. It's such a way this old grandma can feel at ease. That's so silly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh man. Oh man. Isn't Wednesday the recycle of one of the patterns highlighted? Very interesting. Very interesting. Cindy says, wait, don't say that. You're never allowed to leave Wesh. Well, one day I'm going to want to not wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. One day that will happen. That's okay, right? Right? I mean, I am turning 40 this year. Oh, God, I'm turning 40 this year. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Hillary, did I miss you saying when the rains will begin? Yeah, the rains it's looking like an afternoon evening thing. So that's where we're at today. It's not looking to be too strong, nothing like that. But yes, there will be the afternoon evening showers in the forecast. You'll be in such a habit you always wake up at 2. Listen, no, no. It's forcing myself into doing that for years, for years and years and years. Yukon says 40 was great. 45-ish is rough. Ugh. Hillary says turning 40 this month. I'm turning 40 next month, so we can celebrate together. Bob says my daughter turns 40 also. We can all celebrate together. Joanne says you're still a youngling. Listen, I'm not saying I'm old, but I think and we've talked a lot about this on Coffee Talk, right? I think at every phase of life, we have this little moment of like reality check, like, oh God, I'm not a kid like I used to be. I know that sounds silly. I'm only 40 and that's young, but you watch your parents aging, you watch your friends aging, you know? Yeah. And another thing that I thought was really interesting, and I don't remember where I saw this or heard this, but I thought it was interesting. The first 25 years, you're happy because you're just kind of figuring life out. It's easy for you, should be easy for you. 25 to 40 is difficult because you're now establishing yourself as an adult, and you're having to do those things. And so this I don't know, I read it or I saw it somewhere, but they were like, you know, your first 25 years, you should be super happy and it should be easy-ish for you as you're figuring it out. 25 to 40 is among the hardest chapters because you're establishing who you are as an adult. And then from 40 to 60 should be a little bit happier because you should be kind of a little more secure in your confidence, who you are, what you are. 60 to the end should be the happiest because you get to do whatever you want, whenever you want. You know, you're at the end of your career, you kind of have that strength of confidence, you know, and it's just like, I heard this talk, and then when they put it in that perspective, I'm like, holy crap. First off, interesting. Second off, I don't know. I'm at that, I'm not having a midlife crisis, but like I can understand where people do because I'm recognizing the inevitability of it all. I guess this is just a part of growing up, isn't it? As my father would be so clear to tell me, well, son, it's just a part of growing up. Okay, Dad. Yeah. You know, it beats not getting older, but it's a journey, and I thought it was I thought it was an interesting perspective um, when I heard that. Joanne says, I still have to work at 67. But you know who you are. You know what you are. You should be confident in all of those things. Working or not, I mean, I don't know what life would be like for me not to work because I love what I love what I do and I would want to do that one way, shape, or form. You know, I don't know. Kind of interesting. It was an interesting conversation. You know, I think that if you love working, etc. Um, I don't know that I would want to stop doing that type of stuff. Mickey's asking, how do you feel now that the hurricane forecast being done and published? Oh, it's a weight lifted off my shoulders. Holy crow. Yukon says, I've been reestablishing myself since 43. Gave up my long-term career to do something different. And of course, become a middle-aged, almost 47-year-old mullet head. That's all good. That's all good. Never stop. Never, ever, ever stop inventing and reinventing. Never, ever, ever stop that, right? Betty says, I really hope you get offered a chief meteorologist position soon. You'll have to move, but it's getting to be that time. I've been offered those types of jobs before, Betty. I don't want to, look, I love visiting Huntsville. It's a lovely town. I got to reconnect with a friend I haven't seen in years. Ben Smith used to work in Orlando as a meteorologist. My family's in Orlando. I'm not going anywhere. I've had opportunities to go be chief meteorologist somewhere. It's well past time for that. It's been and been. Yeah, Betty, I don't want to leave. Florida's my town. Now, if I had like a random opportunity to do it in Tampa or something, I might consider that. But yeah, I'm not moving to insert random city in the country here. Yeah. Oh man. Love what you do. It's not work, Carol says. It's true. It's true. Terry says, but at age 65 or past 65, illness along with aches and pains determine much of what you do. It's true. Yeah, it's true. You don't have us hounding you for the forecast. I can't have it any other way. I have to. Ryan says, Eric, please bring back the mullet. It's been gone for 25, 30 years, Yukon, didn't Dan Satterfield go to Huntsville or was it Birmingham? I know that he crossed through here and now he's over in the Delmarva, right? Going back away. Yukon's going back away, talking about Wesh alum Dan Satterfield. Now isn't he in the Delmarva Peninsula? I feel like I've seen him around there, something like that. Tiffany says, I'm not leaving Florida. If a television station somewhere close by was like, hey, we want you to be the chief, I would have to consider that. But I'm not leaving Florida, y'all. I'm not leaving. Cue the Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not leaving. Oh man, too funny. Too funny. Brooks asking, how's it looking for Monster Jam tonight? It's not looking great. It's not looking great. We've got some rain. Yeah. It's not like a full on just slamming rain everywhere, but showers and storms will be around this afternoon into tonight. So, not perfect. Not leaving. Tamara says, I'm 57 and I might be slight listening to my techno music full blast in the car. That's right. Get that house. Love it. UConn says if you leave Florida, you'd have to relearn all the trends and information. Yeah, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. Andrew over on YouTube, can't see Eric going anywhere and having to forecast. There's zero chance I will forecast snowstorms. It is 46 here right now, and it stinks for me. I can't do it. Will not. Cannot, will not. Zero chance of it. All right, people. Is that it? Is that enough? Have we not talked enough? Yentered it up enough? Let me put the 7-day forecast up one more time so that we know one more time. All right? One more time. Yeah, I'm not leaving my family. I'm not. I'm not. Florida is the best. So don't want there. Yeah, I'm not leaving. I'm a Florida kid. That's not happening. That's not happening. Nope. Not happening. I will go downstairs here in a couple of minutes and get some like hotel eggs. That I'll do. My toddler is currently having a meltdown because her blanket won't fit in the Ziploc bag. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's right. All right, so we've got showers, even a couple of thunder showers this afternoon. Tomorrow, some showers around, particularly in the morning, and then a couple of poppers later in the day. A few lingering showers Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be an asterisk. For now, Wednesday looks like we could have the threat of some good storms. Some could get a little strong. SIPS is kind of sniffing it out a little bit. Some of the model data indicates a little bit of directional shear and things. We'll have to watch and see how it plays out. But afterward, Thursday and Friday look good. I like that. Joanne, we're glad you're here. Joanne, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And all of you, I'm glad we're all here together. This is one of the greatest joys of my life is getting to spend each morning, not just barking at you, but talking with you and getting to know everybody and getting you to pick on me and me picking on you and hopefully all of us having better days because of it. So thank you very much for hanging out. All right, I'm gonna go try and I'm fixing to learn something. You remember if you get that line, Family Automart, then you know you grew up in Central Florida. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you again live tomorrow morning from, God willing, my house. That'll be good. I'll take that. In the meantime, be good. Enjoy today. Just have the umbrella or the poncho. Be ready to go. All right, take care.